Hey, it's Steve from scdlifestyle.com. And the other day I was in our Facebook group and I stumbled upon a post from Melody and it literally blew me away. It was so inspirational. I had to know more. So that's how I got her on Skype tonight and we're going to have a little chat. So Melody, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Introduce yourself.
Well, I live in the Kansas City area. I live in a small town called Basehor, Kansas. And I teach yoga during the morning and work as a body worker at night. So I do deep tissue body work.
Okay, great. So you obviously must have had some digestive trouble, otherwise we wouldn't have met.
All right.
What kind of happened there?
Well, I was vegetarian for about 30 years, and things were okay, but I was heavy. I was a lot more heavier than I am now, and I was starting not to feel so good, so I did some research, and I went raw for 3 years, and I felt even worse, but people in the raw community tell you how great they're feeling and how their skin is clearing up and how everything's moving and everything. But maybe the first month I felt like that, but then afterwards things were clogging up, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And and my face was broken out. I had a huge rash along my neck and down my arms. My hands were cracking. I felt horrible, but I stayed with it because I really believed in the raw lifestyle. I really believed in it. And then I went to a Chinese doctor and she started telling me to eat a little meat. And it's like, no, I can't because I'm a raw foodist. I can't eat meat. Well, you should steam your vegetables. And it's like, no, I can't do that, So I stayed with that for a while. I went to her treatments, got my acupuncture and my herbs, but things weren't progressing as well as I expected. I was still constipated. I still had a lot of rosacea in the face, and I just didn't feel terrific. And so I was talking to a friend who I believe he has Crohn's, and he was telling me that he's on this diet for people who can't digest their food very well. And I said, that's me, And I said, well, what are you eating? Mostly vegetables and fruit? And he goes, no, Melody, it's mostly meat. And so I bit the bullet and I did my research. I got on your website and I got the book and I fixed my chicken soup and cooked my fruit and things were clearing up, but I was still constipated. So I contacted you guys. I said, I'm doing this, but I'm still constipated. What can you do? And someone wrote me back. I don't know if it was you or Jordan, but he wrote me back and said, take some fat. You've got to have some fat in your diet. So I bought some coconut oil and I started scooping it in my mouth, It really worked. And I ended up losing 37 pounds so far.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, I just feel fabulous. And the big deal is that my joints don't hurt.
Interesting.
My joints don't hurt. I mean, I'm stronger in my yoga practice now at age 60 than I was at age 40 when I was a vegetarian. So for me, this works.
That is powerful.
Yeah, I'm thrilled.
Did you have joint pain for a long time? Has it been lots of years?
Yeah, well, yeah, I had joint pain. It was getting, at the end, it was getting so bad that um, standing on my toes, bending my toes really, really hurt. I mean, I would do it just because I knew that those joints needed to move, but oh my gosh, it hurt. My knees hurt, bending and stuff. And this is, I mean, it's such a big deal for me. There's no inflammation. My face is cleared up. My rash is gone on my neck. My rash is gone on my arms. My skin is clear and soft, and I really, really feel good. So I know that my digestion is working now.
Yes, the all of the symptoms of inflammation that you're talking about are literally gone, and so that's a huge key
Right.
that the gut is healing or healed. And so that's so amazing just to hear that, by making a change, all these different areas of your life were improved. That's so spectacular.
Yeah, it's just fabulous. And people ask me, well, you don't have to do that forever. And it's like, "Oh, I don't know. Why would I want to eat any different? Right now, this is really working." So
Yeah, how
it's
long did it take? Like, so you started and you were following our book, and it didn't improve right away, and then you made a
right.
little bit more tweaks. You had to add a little more fat in.
Right.
How long of a process was that?
I've been on this diet probably since March,
Okay.
and so it's been pretty quick, I think. The first month I started noticing my joints,
Mm.
and I started losing weight. And then after you, I probably wrote to you right away because I knew that that's what I needed to do I needed to poop. And so I'm sure I wrote to you right away, and so things started moving. And I don't do things perfectly, but I figured that's okay too. If you don't do things perfectly and it still works, gosh, that's pretty cool.
It is. And the one thing that probably allows you to do that is you have a major yoga practice. So your stress levels are going to be very low. We know that yoga is anti-inflammatory in and of itself, and so that's going to help. So the
Mhm.
lifestyle that you're leading is going to allow you to maybe, make some compromises here and there.
It sure
But
helps.
but that's really what we're about is, getting the gut healed and then adding back whatever foods you want or whatever lifestyle factors that creates, the life you're talking about. The smile that I see on your face is
Right.
priceless.
I don't eat any crap. I mean, I'm not eating any flour or gluten or grains or anything. But I have my date nut rolls, that I like, and those are my sweets. And um, I probably eat too much bacon now because it
There is
tastes
no
pretty
such
good.
thing. There is no such thing as too much bacon.
But things are moving, and oh, I know. Um, after I went raw, then I had two big stressors in my life. My sister died very unexpectedly, very quickly, and then my mother had cancer and died within the year. So I gained a lot of weight, you know. So I feel like I've lost most of the weight that I'm going to lose. I've been stable now for about a month or two, and just feel really good.
That's awesome, and I can feel the energy coming through the screen here because it's been roughly about 5 months. So you must have saw some pretty significant changes within like 3 months.
I did. I did, and I still hear things from my yoga students. Wow, you just look fabulous. What are you doing? It's like, I changed my diet, and I'll tell them. Yeah, I'll tell them all about it, and then they're going, oh, I could never do that. And it's like, yes, you could. If you hurt, you could do it.
Yeah.
Because you want to heal your body. Your website, putting out those messages every day, gives me good information. It taught me that when my nose drips after I eat, I'm eating something that doesn't agree with me.
Yep.
If I have acid reflux after I eat, I'm eating something that doesn't agree with me. If I can't poop, there's something wrong.
That's right. We should all be pooping on a regular basis.
Gotta poop. Everybody's gotta poop.
They do. So tell me, what can you share with somebody who's going to watch this and kind of be like maybe one of your students who says, I'm not pooping, I'm skeptical. Well, what would you tell them?
I'd say do it for a month. Don't even worry about doing it perfectly, but cut out your starches, cut out the beans, cut out the rice, cut out the bread, and try it just for a month. I mean, what's 30 days? It's no big deal. If it's going to heal you for the rest of your life, buy some lean meat. Make sure it's good meat. Buy some fruit and vegetables. Eat your vegetables first. If you're still hungry, then eat your fruit.
And lots of bacon.
And eat lots of bacon. There you go.
Well, that's what I like to tell people. I like to tell people that I eat like a king. And I don't think they believe me, but it sounds like you eat like a queen. So I'm happy to hear that.
I eat fabulous. I mean, I'm gonna have a nice chicken breast. I've got some butternut squash in the refrigerator. I'm gonna fix that. And I've got greens in the garden. I'm gonna go cut some kale and Swiss chard and stir fry those. And it's gonna be a fabulous meal.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Thanks, Melody. This has been awesome. If you're watching this and you're inspired as I am, if you can feel the energy that is going on between us, please head over to scdlifestyle.com. You can pick up a free guide, which is a free chapter from the book that Melody used to get started on the specific carbohydrate diet and start pooping better, start feeling better, fix your skin. It can be amazing changes very fast, and I can't wait to hear your story. We'll talk to you soon.